Why hello there, fellow spelunking explorers. Radamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Primitive Survival. Episode 55, Do Go Chasing Waterfalls. Right where we left off last stream, we were making another lantern so that we could illuminate the beehive slash chicken coop area. And that's where we're picking up. So I'm going to continue working on the lantern for that. And then I have a lot of new ideas for goals to pull on once that's done. So making sure that we're keeping up with our leather making, we have a barrel of lime water full. We got a lot of lime over when we got the limestone for our kitchen. We got lime left over intentionally for leather making. And we have prepared hides and scrap hides going through the workflow in order to get more leather. A ton of our farm here, as you can see, is mature. I was sort of waiting for it to all mature all at once, because I believe we're due for a big crop rotation. A little reminder, of course, the medium fertility soils we just replaced, but the high fertility soils will rotate, because we're obviously not going to dig it up and waste it. That'd be ridiculous. So I'm waiting for pretty much all of these crops to mature. We have some of the rice not hit maturity and some of the spelt not hit maturity, but basically we're gonna have a big old yield of grain here in just a minute. This is our papyrus farm that we had built, like I just mentioned. And what we were working on was to get ingots of gold hammered into a plate and then make a lantern out of that. And once this is done, I'll be pulling you guys about next goals. I have some new ideas, some fresh new ideas, so you'll have some options accordingly. Is this a kapok tree that I had grown? I don't remember there being a kapok tree this close to the base. That's another thing. Obviously, this is going to be on the pole, but like starting up a tree farm / orchard is one such idea. So while we're waiting on, you know what? That gold is probably going to be heated soon enough. Let's go get some charcoal in there. It's not quite at 700, so yeah, once this firewood burns, we'll throw the charcoal in. How's the bow stave coming along? That's a good question. I'm gonna guess it's like 30% drying. It is 33% dried. I was pretty close. So it's a third done. All right. So we've got the copper plates. Where did I even put the copper plates? Oh, no, they're molly plates. Right. All right, we got to heat those up too. I was going to make a molly lantern. Totally forgot. Yeah, I was like, oh, I have extra lead, and molly's just like lead and copper. Here we go. Lit. And yeah, we're just gonna slam those into plates for the lantern. And of course, a lantern is just like clear quartz or glass plus candle plus plates. That's about it. And this is about to hit smelt temp and be processable. Sweet. Well, if we're needing to slam plates, let's get the helve hammer ready. And hope that the wind speed keeps up. It's pretty windy right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay that way. Alright, we'll need our tongs. Oh. Okay, they were in my inventory. I was like, where did I put my tongs, man? Come on, stay hot enough. And done. Liquid gold. Now, every time I make a molly plate, I panic. Molly is one such material that all it can become is a plate. So when you put it down, it just like is no choice. It's just like plate. Really? You're not gonna let me contribute. Fine. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Oh, I was cleaving, wasn't I? Shoot. Whoops. I put those nuggets back. The health hammer was like, stop it. What's weird is I was on heavy hit, but then I had like molly nuggets in my inventory, so something really weird happened. But whatever. Yes, the angle gear is right here for the, if I want the corn. Yeah, I had removed pieces of the plate. Okay. Yes. Let's get ready to move those plates over. Alright, it's done. And then I want to go get the candle and the other stuff for the lantern. The health hammer does fix the mess ups, but like it won't put metal back that I would otherwise need. You can't just like keep removing nuggets of metal on the plate you're making and expect it to still make a plate. I love how gold is like black hole dark until it, you know, finishes or whatever. So just a little reminder, we're making, well, a lantern. So we are going to need to go get our candles, and they are next to our bed. Yeah, the health hammer's like, please stop helping. Alright, so we've got the plate, one of two. We've got a candle. We've got 2 clear quartz. And now we're just waiting on the gold. So as soon as this becomes solid, we'll heat it back up again, forge it into a plate, and be done with the lantern. While this is in process, I'm going to pull you guys about next goal. Not there, here. So there are some choices. We've got working on iron, right? I have access to iron. I know where iron is. I could be using iron for my tools. I know where some meteoric iron is as well, so we could even incorporate meteoric iron into our tools, weapons, or armor, or something like that. We could also try to tame animals for milk. It is the last of the nutrition that I've yet to tackle. We could work on home improvement, because I could be incorporating faster walkways and better lighting and more bridges and a whole bunch of other stuff. We could work also towards a distillery and an orchard. We could distill the mead, or rather the honey into mead. We could improve organization and storage. We have unlabeled chests and the like, and obviously there's a lot of improvements that could be made to that end. Or viewer suggestions. And I'll leave that largely up to you. So, I am waiting on this spelt. And, you know, some of the rice is like 8 of 10. It's not that close. Now, the thing is, it looks like most of the flax is ready to be flipped. And this entire row of spelt minus this one is ready to be flipped. The thing I'm curious about is whether or not I even have enough seeds that are non-K to even plant. Right? I'm not sure that that is even true. So we have pineapple, spelt, peanut, and amaranth. And like, yeah, I absolutely do not have enough seeds to rotate into. But leaving fields fallow is totally fine. I mean, that's another way to like recover its nutrient levels. So we might go ahead and do that. The other thing I wanted to do is to check up on our chickadees. And we're nearly out of flax grain, so I'm going to have to start relying on other sources of grain. Although that's not entirely true because we have a field full of flax ready to be harvested. So I'll just keep an eye on that. It does look like a lot of the broken skeps are... their pop is large, so soon they will be harvestable. But not quite yet. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna have to harvest that flax, because these guys are completely out of food. That's fine. I sort of figured. Alright, can you run the other way? Yeah, thank you. Alright, good to know. So while you're voting, I'm also going to work on harvesting the flax and then, like, actually feeding the chickens. Because, it doesn't make sense to, like, take care of them up until the point where we let them starve. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. But I doubt any of their weights are, like, bad. They've been offered food frequently enough that they should be fine. Okay, the gold has hardened. Perfect. Now, time to soften it again. I feel like I'm making pasta. Having made pasta from scratch, it's like... wet it, dry it, wet it, dry it, wet it, dry it. It's like, oh my god, pasta. And here we are with the heat it, cool it, heat it, cool it, heat it, cool it. Such is metallurgy at its heart. Yeah, making pasta from scratch. Well, I enjoy cooking, so it wasn't bad. But it is fussy. Especially depending on what you're making. I mean, if you have like a... like making ravioli is very labor intensive, for instance. Alright, let's take... I only harvested one row of flax, but let's take this flax over to the chickens. And then return to our gold. Yeah, if you have a pasta roller, that obviously makes quick work of that task. Rolling by hand is just not something people typically do anymore, I don't think. Not unless they have to. It's like doing laundry, right? Like, super labor intensive. We've come up with better ways to do it. It's not to say that the old ways don't make some, you know, handmade, unique pasta, but, like, there are better ways. Alright, gold, you ready? We're gonna make plates out of ya. And this time, I'm not even gonna help. I'm gonna walk away. So it looks like iron and meteoric iron tools is the popular choice. So this new row of grain, I'm gonna do amaranth. And then I'll harvest some of the other amaranth so that we can get more seeds, because I'm gonna run out, of course. So, this is part of the crop rotation that I was referencing. It's really too bad I can't, like, grind up the grains for seeds. And then we have 2 spots left for a non-K crop. So we'll do 2 pineapples, I guess. And then there's only one. This spelt is not ready to go, but everything else that's here, the rice is obviously another K crop, but the spelt and the amaranth can be replaced with flax. Okay. You voted long enough. Iron tools is what we're going to do next. Okay, and our plate is ready to go. So as soon as I put this flax away, we'll go do that. We're getting a pretty healthy amount of flex, like the fibers and the grain back, which is great. Alright. Done. So now we have a Molly lantern and a bismuth lantern. What's my main lantern? What you guys think? You team Molly or team bismuth? I'll let you decide. Oh, see, it's not what I meant to do. As someone that does not like to listen to health hammers go on forever, it's really nice that you can disable them. Of course, I'm not really going to be able to use that one as I stopped the hammer just as it was about to hit. So you guys want me to work on iron stuff. And for that, I'm going to need to make bloomeries. And probably more fire clay. So, we've got enough for 2 full blooms. I had treated this overhang as like our bloom area. So let's get that rebuilt. I'm gonna put space between them, because, you know, why not? Alright, so we got our 2 blooms up. I'll put the last... Actually, I can install the last base. Doesn't need to be floating there. So, we want hematite nuggets. And I believe all the hematite that we've got right now is in chunk form. So I'm gonna need to go, smash this up, because I don't think I've ever smashed hematite yet. No, I haven't. Alright, well, it's almost certainly going to break this hammer if I do enough of it, but that's fine. Oh no, the hammer survived. Good for you, Mr. Hammer. And oddly enough, the bloomery bases, you smash a nugget for a full stack of 128, but they can only hold a 120. It's just the way it is. There we go. That one is... Really? Are you not lighting? Come on now. Oh, I haven't actually put fuel in there. Oh my god, my brain. Okay. But obviously we're going to need to mine up some more magnetite. I called it hematite, but magnetite, because I'm out right now. So that's what we're going to do after I start the first bloom. And in my brilliance of having you guys vote what kind of lantern I use, I left my lantern in the smithy, meaning that in order to harvest this charcoal, I have to put a torch down. Yes, nothing like installing a torch on the wall next to a giant pile of fuel. And if you're wondering, I believe you can set the stacks on fire the same way that naturally occurring peat will catch fire, and you gotta be careful with that. Alright, looks like I'm keeping the Molly lantern. You got it. Come on. Start glowing. Yeah, it's up now. Cool. So the plan is to take the bismuth lantern over to the chickens, or to probably put it like somewhere in between. Well, let's put it over by the chickens and see how that looks, because the bees don't really care. Maybe here. Here we go. Oh, there's a weird dark corner. There we go. Okay. This will work. Wow, this is some wind. Alright, before I work on the iron stuff, I do want to do some crop rotation. So the current priority right now is rotate crops and mine iron. Are we going to find more flint? With eyeballs. I don't know. We'll find it. Or we won't. I don't know. Now we do know where some brown coal is. We can try to find flint where the brown coal occurred. That's also a possibility. Alright, we have more... So I just harvested more flax, and I'm going to rotate to spelt. And then this spelt will rotate to flax. Not all this rice is ready to go. Only... Yeah, so this spelt will come too. So, the rice is going to be left alone to grow a little bit longer. So, all the open plots right now are partially depleted in nitrogen, but not potassium or phosphates. So, they're good for flex. And I'm replanting a lot of flax because we have a lot of animals, and that makes animal feed. Worst case scenario, I can always eat it myself. Like, I actually, IRL, really like flax bread, but, you know, that's just me. There we go. Some basic crop rotation. And as a net result of that, we have loads of spelt grain. So let's hook up the angle grinder and grind that spelt into flour. Because it keeps just fine in flour form. We're going to need to make some, like, pies of bread soon, which is great. I love pies. Alright, the sunflowers are also mature. So we can have even more. This back row is good to be rotated as well to flax. So we got sunflower seeds, sunflower grain, and spelt, even more spelt. And that part of the row is going to also be flax. Okay, cool. Well, there's the rotated crops. That didn't take very long. I do want to grind the grain. I also know that I'm like damn near out of room in our containers, but you know. Oh, for the love of God. That's a problem for future me. Note to self in the future. Put that one 2 tiles up. Whoa, that is spinning quick. So the flax is going to be unground, so it could be chicken feed, but then the sunflower and the spelt will be ground up. So in between, like, running other errands around the base, oh, I really like how that, the illumination there is really nice. In between running the errands around the, to get more, iron and the like, and we'll probably also need to make more, charcoal. I will be checking on our grain. Grain doesn't spoil very quickly, so I'm not too worried about, like, forgetting it there for a while, because it's not going anywhere. Like, as a grain, it spoils in, like, 72 days, and as a flour, it spoils, well, yeah, I won't make up numbers. 46 days and 92 days, yeah, it's not really a problem that it's going to be there. All right. Me and my Molly Lantern heading to the iron mines. So, we are going to be mining iron in making iron tools. What do I mean, sunflower grain? That's what I mean, sunflower grain. Do I have to define what grain is? I surely hope not. Okay, the iron was down this way, I think. I know it was not very close, like it was like really far away from this mining tunnel complex. And if I'm not mistaken, it's down this way. So the plan is to get a an iron pickaxe so that I can get a meteoric iron pickaxe. So as soon as I have the iron pickaxe, I can go and get meteoric iron. And meteoric iron is going to be as high of a tier of as I go in this run. I'm also I'm really curious about this running water. So even though I know I'm supposed to be mining iron, I want to go investigate. I really just hope I don't flood myself out here. Although I have dirt to throw down if it happens. I'm actually, you know what? Well, there's a tunnel here. I was curious if, like, there was if this connected to another tunnel entrance. Honestly, it sounds like I'm getting farther from the water. Oh, okay. I found it. Ah, we are at bedrock. We got lovely basalt down here. Cool. We're not bedrock. Basalt, I should say. Oh, and there's a little bit of saltpeter on the ceilings. And yeah, this seems like a different cave complex than the one I was in. I don't know if I'll do some local pro picking to see. Oh, okay. I mean, holy hell. We got copper around here. Copper nearby. Was not expecting that. Let's try around here. And large amounts of native copper. So yeah, there's like a giant copper vein likely above me in this cave. I'm glad I came down here. I'll get back on task and go for the iron in a minute. No ore. No ore. Alright. Well, still, pretty cool. And of course, water coming out of nowhere. That's how source block water works. Oh, come on. Swim better. Okay, I obviously cannot for the life of me ascend. I'll dig around. So if we need more copper, we now know where to get it. So my curiosity paid out. And what's funny is I was trying to chase the water to see if there was like... I mean, obviously when there's running water, it means there's like a cave system. So I knew there was more cave system over that way, but I didn't know that there was going to be copper. So I'll take it. So we're going to want enough... iron to be able to fire up the second bloomery. There's really no point in firing up a bloomery if it's not full. And then the effort. So as I mentioned before, and I've already run one bloom of glass. Some of the fire clay bricks will be refunded. So after the 2 blooms that we have going are done, we'll get refunded almost certainly enough bricks to run another full bloom, possibly another 2, depending on chance. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to find flint in high quantities, which is a bit annoying. Probably my best bet is to go to like a sandy area and like search the ground there, because digging for flint is like low-key obnoxious as a mined resource. You just don't get enough of it to like warrant the effort, in my opinion. Keep a bloomer intact to run flint through? You run flint through a fireplace, not a bloomery, so I wouldn't need a bloomery for that. I wouldn't want to waste a bloomery for that. That's like a massive waste of a precious resource, in my opinion. Did the fire clay being under the coal change? No. And we do know where brown coal is, so it's possible... Oh, hello. What the hell is this? Is this a cave entry? What time of day is it? 7 in the morning? Okay, no, it isn't, because I would see the light. It's a death hole, yeah. I just happen to be at the bottom of it. Alright, we definitely have enough iron, so let's get back on task. And I think what might be a good idea is for me to head to the brown coal area and look for flint, or for fire clay, rather than making our own fire clay. Oops. Come on, stubby legs. Jump. Man, this little, like, area is confusing as hell. Where am I? I came in from there, I guess? Yeah, the flint nodes that you can mine really should yield a lot more than just like one or flint. It should yield a whole bunch. I agree. Either that or like fire clay should be more prevalent. TLDR, it's like fire clay is just annoying. Or bloomery bricks being able to be made out of some other alternative material. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to solve it. Alright. Ascending. So it's possible that roughly where we were just now, there's like a death hole, and we could find a quicker way down there. Although it would be a one-way trip, unless we built a ladder or something like that. Service! Okay, the wind slowed down. Figured it would. I'm holding on to the andesite because I'm sure we'll build with it. And it's all ground up. Cool. Next batch. Alright, so this time, the hammer will definitely break. Crunch. Broken hammer. I think I may not fix this. Can I put it down anyway? No, I can't. Okay, fine. I might just recoup it for its material, because we're heading, obviously, towards iron tools, and bronze tools will subsequently become obsolete as a result. So, I may not need to fix my bronze tools. I might just recapture the bronze and then turn the bronze into, like, nails and strips for doors and chests and things like that. I mean, there's a lot of other uses for it, for sure. So, that's at least the idea I have going on right now. Alright, we got both blooms going. We have so few chunks left, I might as well just hammer them out. But we do happen to have enough magnetite for another run of the bloomery at the end of this, which is good. So I'm planning on grinding pretty much all my flour. So we've got spelt, rice. I have a lot of flour. And amaranth and soon sunflower. So I'll put my meats in here. And veggies in there. I need to do, like, I know soybeans aren't veggies, but I need to do a bit more organization at some point. I'm just working on other tasks for now. Alright. So farm's been tended to. We do have this spot that... You know what? Actually, it's greater than... Because we fertilize here. I'll just put flax there. Or, some other K crop. I'll put a soybean there. Normally I would rip it up, but I had grown something that used nitrates, so its K is fine. Alright. Farms look good. This row of rice is still growing, but apart from that, we're all set there. So, where did I find the brown coal? Was that over where the lime was? I totally forget where I found brown coal. I can get rid of this. Oh, here we go. Brown coal. That's a little bit far away, but yeah, we could go overland and look for fire clay. That's not unreasonable. So we got 3.5 days there and a day and a half here. It's not much to do in the for leather making. I'm just trying to think of the other like maintenance tasks to do before leaving. So not all the skeps are harvestable yet, and I'm not going to grab honey from them until they are all harvestable. So we might want to top up their... Wow, you guys go through like a lot of flax. Can you just like chill with that? But we have a day left on another batch of Gen 1 chickens. And I think it's very reasonable once we have a bunch of Gen 1 chicks hatched, we call the Gen 0s. Because we won't really need the Gen 0s at that point anymore. The Gen 0s are all just eaters, having fulfilled their purpose of breeding. Although the eggs are nice. But I think the cost of flax is higher than I want to pay. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Primitive Survival, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.